Mr. Rupinder Singh, who is the CEO and founder of Biohouse Solutions and the director of Next Gen In Vitro Diagnostics. Post a gold medal in biotechnology from Punjab University, he joined Lupin as a research associate, from where he built his strong foundation in multiple domains of life science and strong business acumen. He also served as a regional director of Asia at Kerry Bioscience. He then started Biohouse Solution and has been serving the scientific community for the past decade. I thank him for joining us today and would request him to take over.
I said,
Over to you,
I
sir.
have been looking forward to interacting with all of you. In next six to seven slides, probably another 15 minutes, I'm going to present to you in terms of uh, skills, aspirations, and how do you match your aspirations and go for your right kind of career. Uh, Dr. Vinash and Mr. Shukla has already shared with you a couple of insightful things important for the students. Uh, but I keep saying that one should build himself a great story, a great career around what his passion area is. It's very important is first you must choose your passion area. Because I have seen a couple of students, who just get into it for the heck of it, probably from the parents' pressure or hearsay. But you should be doing something which you love 24 by 7 by 365, something which you can pursue, without somebody pushing you. And that happens only when you like the subject. For example, the earlier speaker, Dr. Avinash, the way he was talking about, AI, ML, or software or drug discovery, so the passion comes out. So similarly, my advice to all the students would be number one, choose your passion correctly. And passion has to be productive one. Once you choose your passion, once you have selected that, okay, I want to go for biotechnology. Within biotechnology, I want to go for, say, uh, so then, you should get deep into it. And that's where my second point comes is perform your best. So once you choose your passion, then you need to really deep dive. You really need to deep dive into it, so that you build knowledge. You also start learning the nuts and bolts of that particular industry or really be best work. You have to and find out the right network for you. Who are the people in India, who are into fermentation? Who are the companies or industries who are into fermentation? For example, I give you another example, that, somebody is interested in fermentation and he's interested in vaccine. So there are at least 12 exporters of vaccine from India at the moment. So it is extremely important for you to network with the right people. Uh, Otherwise, whatever you want to do, you will, if you're not connected with your network, I think, your uh, efforts are going to be all waste. Then when you perform your best, when you have built your network, so people will start noticing, what you are doing. Sell, then people will start noticing you. The network will start noticing you. Once they all get attracted, you build them. Means you use that opportunity. So my advice to all the students would be, attract the right kind of eyeballs, attract the right kind of attention, way before, don't look at, when you need job, start very early and start connecting with the people who can give you that opportunity in the future. And once you get that opportunity, then you need to negotiate hard. uh, you must utilize that opportunity in the best possible manner. Now what will happen, so you get the opportunity, You then optimally utilize the opportunity. The next step is, once you get selected, create value. Create value for the employer. Either you can be an entrepreneur if you're starting on your own, or if you have been chosen for an industry, then do your best. Do your best in terms of, if you are working there, ensure that you are creating value for them. So you become entrepreneur there. So you are not putting your money, but you have been given a job, and you need to excel in the job. You need to give best innovation for the employer. So create value. Before we really talk about how to go about it, I would like to discuss biotech stats as of now for India. So R&D remains 0.8% of GDP. Uh, this 0.8% of GDP, our total India's GDP as of today is somewhere around 8.6 uh, billion trillion dollar. So 0.8% of that is R&D spend, which is actually much lower than other countries. But good thing is, in terms of absolute values, it is almost quadrupled in last 20 years. So R&D spend is happening in the field of biotechnology. Biotech industry as of today is somewhere around $51 billion, and we are aspiring for exceeding $100 billion by end of 2025. 55,000 students graduate every year from this sector. Now, if you look at the sectors, so these are the stats how the market is. Now, if you look at what's happening, so the most active market which we have seen in the COVID times and even earlier as well is patient-driven market. So market which is healthcare, pharmaceutical, diagnostic, because we have to serve 1.37 billion people, and for doing so, we need to have a lot of work which has to go analytical R&D, a lot of work which has to go into diagnostic R&D, a lot of work has to go into providing nutrition to all these people. Uh, the most happening field uh, remains, patient driven market. It's very cash rich as well. Similarly, the other trends like data analytics is one of the upcoming area, and I am also in the funding panel of startups. So we are seeing a lot of data analytics and AI company coming in. We also get a lot of traction in e-commerce companies, in the field of biotechnology. Of course, food. Feeding 1.37 billion people. So you can imagine, what kind of food industry or agriculture industry is involved there. Design, robotics, energy. That's another sector, which is huge. Biofuel is huge. Make in India is being emphasized quite a bit, and I know n number of companies in COVID time who have come forward, who have filed patents, and who have created immense value for themselves. As of now, around 1,500 biotech startups are involved, and one information to the students: if you go for your startup, that's one of the best area to create wealth and valuation, and you are studying in one of the most premier institution as of today. So who can be better than you, in terms of creating that wealth, creating those kind of startups? So go for it. BIREC, which is a funding agency which helps, the commercial innovation, has already supported 316 startups. Uh, so what should be the right way to go? The right way to go is, number one, start early. A lot of people, particularly us, because we don't have right kind of mentors. So what we end up doing is, uh, we start, almost at the fag end of our education, when we do our masters, or when we finish our PhDs. But as I shared in the first slide, you've chosen your passion. So from that day, you should start, in terms of building your career or creating your value. Start networking with the people on LinkedIn. So first and foremost is, don't waste time. Start early as possible. That's number one. Number two, network fast. You need to network, as I said, whatever field you have chosen, in that particular field, you need to connect with the right kind of network, either through LinkedIn or through social marketing, digital media. Make sure that you are able to do that, on fast forward manner. So network fast with the right kind of people. Don't go for crap. Have mentors. Like people keep saying that, you become average of five people you interact with all the time. And this is the reason, if you have mentors early in your career, I'm sure, you will grow much faster way you are growing right now. So ensure that you are choosing mentors. If you have some people, good people around, go for them. Otherwise, subscribe to some good mentors' work and all, or follow their work digitally, or on internet. But do have mentors, so that will make your journey much faster. Communication is the key. What we are doing right now is we are communicating. We are learning from each other. So whatever your mind, you need to share. To share with your employer, you need to share with your network, you need to share with other students, you need to write grants. That all comes under communication. So communication is the and build image. That's very important. You cannot build image in a day. So if you are going for good careers, make sure that you are networking with people, you are making a good image for yourself in the market. If somebody has given you an opportunity, do your best so that people remember and you create good image for yourself. Now, three important points which I think we all must know is make money in money. So, I was doing a lot of research, and you can actually subscribe to my work on YouTube. I keep sharing with the students, and I'm also coming up with a video on biotech careers in India. So the point which I'm trying to make is make money in money. So wherever the financial transactions are happening and they are of bigger value, if you participate in that, you will also end up creating more money for you. So my advice would be go for the fields, go for the research areas, go for work where there is immense funding which is happening. You are enabling that funding, or you are utilizing that funding, you are creating value for somebody. But you can create money or wealth only where the wealth is moving. Otherwise, you cannot have wealth or a good lucrative situation if you are standing somewhere, on an island, where nothing is happening. So go for the sectors where a lot of money is available, and that is your passion area as well. So choose very wisely, find problems and offer solutions accordingly. So for example, if you're going for a good research, this thing, you need to find a good problem and then offer solutions so that people look at you as a value creator, and they will fund you, they will support you with whatever you are doing. And the third one is, knowledge is power. People say knowledge is power. I would say knowledge is not power. Applying knowledge is the real power. It's like, knowing but not doing anything with that knowledge is of no use. If you keep watching some information all the time and you're not using it anywhere, so it's all crap. You're just wasting your time. So don't do that. Uh, uh, so what will be the right way to choose careers? So these four bullet points, please keep in mind. For example, some student or somebody has got, career options he wants to look at. The best thing is go and search options first. Go on Google, go sites, where is available. For example, somebody wants to go into AI or ML, find out in India how many companies are working on AI or ML. Once you have that information, just structure the information, then match your interest. It's also very important that, it should match your interest. Somebody who is not good in coding, or somebody who is not good in data analysis, is a good marketing man. But if he is trying to get into a coding job, it will be misfit and it will misfire. So match with your interest, look at your basic nature, look at your strengths, then align. Number two, hard work is not enough. A lot of people do hard work. You have to do hard work, but direction needs to be correct as well. So make sure that your hard work is going in the right direction. I will elaborate this maybe little later sometime when we got opportunity, because we are running up for the time. Self-awareness is must. You should know what you are and what you are good at. Don't go into everything. Just try to get into where you feel that you are able or capable of doing that. Go for best experience, even if salary is less. For example, I've seen students from IIT. Sometimes I have seen students going for a very good exposure, but their uh, internship is less in that company, but they still go for it. The reason is because they are sure that they are going to get the world class experience and learning there. So go wisely about choosing the right experience. And if you are great at something, if you're passionate about it, go for it.